Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fake Therapy. My name's Maria Womack. As you know, I'm glad to have you back. Glad to have you listening. And I hope all is well with you. I'm doing okay today. My voice kind of hurts a little bit because I was screaming in the car. Not in a bad way, but I was trying to practice singing or screaming in like a musical way. Does that sound worrisome? I don't mean for it to sound worrisome, but just something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, just like seeing all these beautiful alt girls and maybe just wishing I was a little bit more alt, or I don't know. I feel like maybe I have an alt personality inside me that isn't exactly shining through like these other beautiful alt girls, these alt people. And I don't know. I was just like, I'm seeing myself looking at these people with this type of look, and I'm getting really jealous, wishing that I could embody that a little bit more. I think it's really cool. I like the vibe of it. I like the style of it. I like the feeling of it. And I have a lot of admiration for that kind of harder style, I guess. Maybe not so soft girl, more alt girl. And maybe I have an insecurity that I'm a little more softer than I'd like to be, and that I would like to be more like an alt girl. So just to kind of give clue to how freaking corny I am, I was on my way to my tailor this morning to pick up some pants, and I was listening to 30 Seconds to Mars. And because I have not changed my music taste in like 10 years, however long that's been since that came out. And I was like singing with Jared Leto or Jared Leto? It's Jarrett, right? It's Jarrett. I was singing along with Jarrett and I was like, and there's only this one part where he screams where he's like, and so I was trying to sing that. And I tried it the first time screaming it, and it sounded like shit. And I rewinded to that particular part, and I tried a second time and a third time, and it just really sucked. And I mean, the singing part I was pretty happy with. I think that I have a pretty decent singing voice, but I really wanted to be good at those screaming vocals that I see a lot of my friends have, and I get jealous over it. And I'm like, man, I wish that I could be alt and cool and a little bit harder, but my vocals like that sound like shit. And I don't know. I'm very jealous of people who could do screaming vocals and sound good. Maybe I just need to practice. I don't know. I think of this funny thing that my friend said one time where I saw her at, I keep calling them local rock shows to be funny, but it's like I guess to be more serious about it, like underground, local, hardcore show, whatever. I saw one of my friends there who I was pleasantly surprised to see. And I was like, oh my God, you're here. And she was like, yeah, I'm here. Why? Am I not alt enough? And I just think it's so funny because I feel that way all the time. And I always think about how she said that. I remember one time I met somebody new at a show and they were like, you don't seem like you listen to heavy music. And I'm like, oh, don't call me out like that. I appreciate heavy music. Yes, I like heavy music. Yes, I like Slipknot. Okay, you don't believe me? Just a light joke, but I do like heavy music. And I take that as like, what, am I too like pretty to be here? Am I too soft girl to be here? Which is like, I don't know. You kind of get caught up in caring about how you're perceived, and that's not good. You know, kind of relating to that, my sister came to visit me a couple weeks ago, and it was like a chill day. She came and I was supposed to take pictures of her for, I don't know, she's on some like influencer shit, honestly. She's pretty cool. And she's like super high femme. So whenever she came to my house, I was like wearing like baggy jeans and a crop t-shirt, whatever, pretty casual. And she was just like looking so bright and summery with like the heels and beautiful makeup. And I was like, oh my God, she looks so beautiful. And I was like, should I change? Should I wear something different? I don't know if anyone relates to like, you're going out with a friend and you see what they're wearing and you're like, oh, I like didn't dress as cute as them. Maybe I should dress cuter, which is, no, you shouldn't. Just be yourself, you know? But I kind of got caught up in that a little bit. And I'm like, wow, she's so high femme. She's so pretty. She's so nice to look at. And in my head at the time, I'm thinking like with femininity comes this power that is just so beautiful. And I also want to embody that. So in that moment, I was kind of feeling bad that maybe I'm not high femme enough, which why should I have to be high femme? I don't know. Femininity in general has been on my mind too, of like, maybe I should try to be more high femme because I'm seeing someone that's high femme and I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Not really, but anyway, we went shopping and it was supposed to be me and my sister shopping for Mother's Day gifts, like actually on Mother's Day. It was really bad. We got distracted by the shoe aisle and in like a department store. Department stores are not normally like my thing, but we were there looking for stuff for my mom. So I was looking at shoes and looking at heels, and I really don't have any heels. Not traditional heels, like going out heels. I have every shoe that I own is black, boot, platform, closed toe. Like all my shoes look the same. So I'm like, maybe I should try to be more high femme, try to like embrace a nice pair of heels, you know? And I found this really cute pair of heels. Lime green, block heel, super cute. They were on sale. So I was like, I need these. I have to have these because like, what kind of woman am I to not have, you know, a nice pair of heels, you know, toxic. But anyway, that's how I was thinking at the time. And a few days ago, I tried to wear them out. I was going on a date with my partner and I was just miserable the whole time. I didn't know how to walk in them. I was walking slow. I'm constantly having to be like, wait up, wait up. Embarrassing. And I feel like everyone was looking at me, being able to tell that I couldn't walk in them. And they were loud. And maybe in a picture, they looked very beautiful, but it didn't make me happy. It made me really sad and it ruined my day to have to be held back by these shoes that I feel like I'm supposed to wear. No. I hate that I felt that way. I guess I'm glad I have these heels. I'll probably only wear them if someone wants like a sexy picture of my feet or something. Or maybe like in the bedroom as like a sexy thing. But I can't see myself walking around in these heels ever again. They hurt me so bad. And I have a really big Band-Aid around my toe right now. That makes me so sad. And what? For femininity? High femininity that I feel the pressure to be like because I saw someone who was high femme and I thought, wow, that's the way things are supposed to be. Not supposed to be, but maybe that's the way that I would look and feel my best, being high femme, because she looks so pretty doing it. But no. Don't compare yourself to others. If you feel like you're not alt enough or high femme enough, just be you. And don't worry about it. Just, there's no pressure to be high femme. If you want to be medium femme, or if you want to be low femme, or you don't want to be feminine at all, if you want to be more masculine, you can make all those things sexy. You don't have to be, super alt to be cool. Blah, 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 blah. That's basically what I'm trying to say is just don't compare yourself to others and find your own sexy, your own cool, and your own way of like being the best you. Don't feel like you have to alter that based on someone else being totally opposite of you, making it look good and making you feel bad that you should be that. I feel like I have made people feel that way accidentally. I feel others comparing themselves to me too. And maybe a trend that I've noticed is Maybe I'm hanging around like friends who, okay, let's admit, I don't want to say I'm like an Instagram girl, but like kind of I am. I'm always posting something stupid or like taking pictures of myself, posting stuff like that. I'm like pretty into my social media life. Why do I do that? Because I want friends. That's just my way of like being social with people and reminding people I'm alive and just putting myself out there. That's why I do it. Do I feel like everybody should be doing it? And if you're not on social media, you're a loser and you're an idiot? No, I don't think that. I admire people who aren't into social media that much, or they have, I think one of the sexiest things a person can do is have under 300 followers on their Instagram account. I don't know why. I just admire that. And I feel myself being around some people who aren't as much into that. And then when they are around me, seeing me partake in this, they're like, I should post more. I haven't posted since this. And I like sense them freaking out or freaking out that they have to like take more pictures of themselves or like celebrate their beauty, I guess, as much as I celebrate my beauty. Quotes there, air quotes. Or just they feel like they should put themselves out there like I put myself out there, which you don't have to. You really don't have to. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to me. If you're not into social media, if you're not into posting yourself, or you're not into Instagram or whatever, don't just feel the need to be you and don't compare yourself to me. I feel really stupid about being into the internet that much sometimes. So just know that when you're feeling like you should be more like me, I'm I don't know. I just don't think that should be the case. Period. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. With that being said, let me talk about some of my favorite compliments that I've gotten lately. Compliments are so nice. I think that if you think a compliment about somebody, that you should say it out loud, because they're not going to know that you think that unless you say it, and it's probably going to mean a lot to them. Some of my favorite compliments have been about this podcast, Fake Therapy, which is nice. I'm so glad to hear that, especially about the times that I've gotten on here by myself and I've just kind of talking to myself. I think for a while there, I was really insecure that was super boring and that nobody would care. And it means a lot to me that people have been reaching out, being like, it's great. I love it. I got a lot of great feedback on my last episode, which was so nice and made me feel so good. One of my friends was like, I love it so much. I talk about it with other people. People are talking about it. And just that one statement, people are talking about it, in a positive light, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Especially when I was talking so much about like imposter syndrome and blah, 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 blah. I'm basically just here like trying to fake it or feeling like I'm faking it. They came out of the woodworks to let me know that I'm making something of value to them, you know? So that was so awesome. Oh my God, I love compliments like that. And thank you to that specific person that made me feel so good about podcasting again, which I feel like I went through a phase where I was feeling on top of the world about podcasting. And then I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? Nobody cares. Because also I like don't look at stats because I'm convinced it's going to make me like fall into a dark hole. So I don't even go there. So I also don't know when it's like doing good. So I don't know. That was nice. Another compliment that I enjoy is not so much someone actually saying the words, but just watching somebody laugh at my jokes is one of the best compliments I could ever ask for. I can watch someone laugh at something funny I said and think about how they laughed at something funny that I said for like weeks sometimes. It's just something that really sticks with me. Maybe because like I think anything that is a compliment on someone's mind is something so special. I also get compliments on my confidence, which is also, your confidence is also something that comes from your own brain. Like there's nothing else that was like given to you that makes up your confidence, if that makes sense. I mean, people can be nice to you all day long, but it's not going to make you a confident person necessarily. I feel like my confidence has kind of like come within myself, and just having that courage to say what I think and doing what I want to do, not being so shy, you know. Of course, I love compliments about, oh, you're so cute. Oh, your hair's so pretty. Your eyes are so pretty. Your smile is so pretty. But in my head, I think, okay, well, I was born looking that way. That's nothing that I did to get these things. You know, like my parents gave me these eyes, this beautiful hair, this beautiful smile. I did nothing for it. It just happens to be the way that I look. But I feel like my confidence, my podcast, my jokes, these are all things that came from my mind. And it's more meaningful to me when I get compliments like that. Not saying that, like, I don't know. I also kind of resent when people are like, why is it so much about looks? Because obviously telling somebody they look nice is very important. But if we want to go a little bit deeper with complimenting somebody, maybe let's compliment on their talent as well and their mind, because I think that would mean a lot to them, like it means to me. So thank you for all of those beautiful compliments. I don't forget them, even though I act like it goes one ear and out the other. I try to hold on to the compliments more lately and not make you feel like you're saying it for nothing, so that you compliment me more. Oh, Lord, let's just all be nice to each other and let everyone know how cool we think they are, how smart we think they are, and how much they mean to us. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, moving on to the next topic, I just wanted to put a friendly reminder out there not to be a hater, and to try new things, to see what you could potentially like. People are growing, changing all the time. And just because you have it in your head that you won't like something doesn't mean that if you try it, that it would change your mind and you would actually have a lot of fun and you would like it. For example, I was out with a few of my friends and they wanted to play darts. And I have some insecurity about playing games in groups, I guess, because I don't know, I just find it embarrassing if I do bad, because I want to be good at everything. And if I feel like I'm not, I kind of shy a little bit. So they wanted to play darts, and I was like, I don't really want to play. I think I'm just going to like sit this one out. And my friend was like, you should play because it's a group activity, just like be a part of the group and like, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'm probably going to be bad. It's going to be so embarrassing for me and people are going to roast me and laugh at me. Is it that deep? No, it's not. It's not that deep. So I get up there and I'm throwing darts left and right. And did I totally just throw some in the air and like totally not near the, what's it called? Dartboard? Some of them, yeah. But bitch, I got fucking 3 bullseyes. Can you believe that? I couldn't. I was so shocked. I was doing good. I ended up being really good at darts. And then all of a sudden, I was the only one playing darts. And everybody else had moved on. And I was just practicing, having a good time, making it deep, and really enjoying myself, being good at darts. And I had to take a picture of a bullseye that I made because I felt like no one would even believe me, which they probably would have. like I said, it's not that deep, but try new things. Another thing that I did with some friends is I visited my hometown for a friend, and she wanted to go to this like. So in my hometown, it's like a really beachy, touristy town. Like it's like spring break central, blah blah blah. And living there, a lot of the time, I was like, that's not me. I'm not really like a beachy girl, really. I'm just trying to be like an emo girl. I'm trying to be emo, grumpy, and pale, and claim that I'm too cool for stuff like that. A lot of times I felt that way. So there's all these places there that everyone else has been to that I haven't, because I was like, I'm too cool for it. It's not underground enough for me. So she wanted to go to this like beachy, I guess it's like a beach club, I guess. It's like a place where it's like all outside, and there's like a bar and like beach food, which is like fried seafood in baskets. They have drinks, they have like frozen pina colada daiquiris, and there's like this whole beach behind there. There's jet skis back there. There's parasailing back there. All this stuff. And okay, so like we're hanging out on the beach, and my friend is like, I want to do the banana boat thing. And I was like, banana boat? I don't know what a banana boat is, but I saw one out there, and I was like, okay, it's like an inflatable big banana looking thing that you climb on and you hold on to, and there's this dude on a jet ski that's like pulling you back, and he pulls you around the water, you know? Like, I'm like, okay, innocent enough, but I kind of didn't want to do it. I was like kind of hungover and tired, and honestly, if I'm being totally honest, at this point, my social meter was running out profusely. And I was feeling quiet and like that I just didn't really want to do a lot anymore. I kind of wanted to go home at that point, but I was trying to be nice. And I was like, I kind of don't want to do this, but she kept bringing it up, and I was like, God, I like have to do it because she wants to. She keeps bringing it up and acting like she would be okay not doing it, but I know she really wants to do it, the banana boat. And I was telling my other friend secretly, whispering in her ear, I said, I don't really want to do this. And if I fall in the water, my hair gets wet, I'm going to be kind of annoyed because I'm just not in the mood. I was being a little grumpy girl. And she was like, well, just tell her that you don't want to do it. And she won't be mad. But another thing to consider, to go on this banana boat, it was like $100 and something. So split between the three of us, it was like $45 to do. It was a lot. So on top of not wanting to do it, I would have to make them like split it between two. This touristy thing they're expensive. It's whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do it so she'll just leave me alone, even though I don't want to do it. I guess I have to be a good friend and get on this banana boat. Let me tell you, I got on this banana boat and I had one of the best times of my fucking life. First of all, it's not like a pleasant, peaceful little thing. It was chaotic. It was going so fast. The wind was blowing through our hair. We were holding on for dear fucking life. You're straddled across this like boat thing, and you're holding on to this just little strap with everything that you have, okay? And he's going left and right, and you're like, ah! Like, you can't help but scream. I was screaming. I was like, I feel so alive. I seriously said that on the beach. I was screaming. I felt so good. My other friend was like not having a good time. She was like really scared, really actually scared. And she was like, slow down. And my other friend was like, speed up. And my scared friend was just like so scared, but it was like making me laugh so hard. And I was just having such a good time, and it was over. And I just like the memories of being on this boat with these two crazy girls had me just like giggling. Even today, I just randomly think of how fun it was and how much we were laughing on it. And it just like makes me feel so warm. And I'm so glad that I did it because it was such a great experience, something I was so convinced I was going to hate. And I really liked it. And I liked the beach club thing. And I liked going there. I would go there again. And I told my friend I would get on the banana boat with her again. another time if she wanted to. It was really intense though. Oh my God. I did get scared towards the end. I do have to admit that I got scared towards the end, but for most of the ride, it was awesome, seriously. And I always write stuff off like that, and I'm like, I never do stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm like a water activity girl now. I'm a beach girl. Beach is fun, actually. I've been trying, just in general, I'm trying to take advantage of the good parts of Florida, even though I know it's a national embarrassment. I try to be positive about the good things about living here. So yeah. Moving on from that, I feel like I had a very like toxic thought recently that I'd like to share for some reason. I don't know. I could just totally keep this to myself because I feel like it's unhealthy that I thought this, but I would like to share it. So I was waking up one morning and I like didn't have any clothes on. I was naked. And it was a morning and I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, I look like so skinny and I look so pretty. And I feel like making love with me or being with me sexually would be the best in the morning because that's when I'm the skinniest and that's when I'm the prettiest. Ooh. And like, I thought about how I thought that and I was like, oh my God, that's so toxic. Would I dare say that like in front of a child? No. Would I say that in front of would I say that in front of anybody? No, I don't think so. It's a very private thought, but I just think it's so bad that I had to like get out of my mouth and say out loud how I don't want to think like that. I talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but it just goes along with like this intrusive, ingrained, like fat phobia, like people talk about fat phobia sometimes, but I don't think anybody is like willing to admit that they are fat phobic. And as much as I don't want to be, I think that I am. And it fucking sucks. It sucks. And I think that it's just something that has been, like I said, programmed into my brain from a young child to be like, oh, being fat is bad. And it's the worst thing, like it's horrible to be fat. And like thinking that fat is a bad word. Why does fat have to be a bad word? And why is it so bad? It's not. I feel like I'm just like brainwashed by, just like everything around me to think that fat is a bad word and it's a bad thing to be when it's not. And I was thinking like, if there was like a 400-pound man in front of me being like, Maria, do you think I'm fat? I would probably say no, because I'm trying to be polite because in my head, fat is a bad word when I don't want it to be a fat word anymore. And I think there are people who are fat, who are more plus size, who are able to own the word a little bit more and not make it a bad word. And I would like to be able to do that and truly feel that. Because like if with age, I'm going to gain weight. Lots of people gain weight. They get thicker, they get bigger as they get older, especially as I'm approaching my 30s. I'll be approaching my 40s and my 50s and my 60s. And am I expecting to like be working towards the body of a 15-year-old girl when I'm in my 60s? No, I'm naturally going to gain weight and I have to be comfortable with that. And I think that I'm good about like uplifting other people with their bodies and letting them know that just because they're like thicker, that is so beautiful on them. And I truly do find it beautiful on them. But with me is where the fat phobia comes alive, is only when I'm like judging myself so harshly. And I guess I would like lie to people and tell them that they're not fat when they are fat. And like, I don't know. I've just been thinking about that a lot. I want us to be able to do the same thing with the word fat that we have done with the word slut. How like people are like taking their power back, and if they are more promiscuous or they are more sexually free, they're like, yeah, I am a slut. And I feel that way. You can call me a slut if you want to. Like, okay, of course it depends on the tone of like how you're if you're like stupid slut, or if you're like you're a slut. I'd be like, yeah, I am a slut, and I can own the sluttiness because I love my promiscuity. Like, I'm not a bad person, but like if I were to like show like my friend my OnlyFans when I did have an OnlyFans, and they were like, oh my God, you're such a slut, I'd be like, yeah, I am a slut and I love it and I own it. Okay. I just want to be able to do the same thing. And like there's nothing wrong with being fat. Like if I got fat, that would not be the worst thing that could happen to me. And it wouldn't be bad. I would still be so cute. I would still be so cute. And I see a lot with like men too, who don't have the same like teenage body. And they're like, oh my God, I've gotten fat. And I'm like, boy, you are thick and you look so sexy. I love thick boys. So why can't I give that same leeway to myself? You know, I don't know. Just something I was thinking about. I hope no one's mad at me that I said that. Because, yeah, I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way. That's what I'm saying. This is something I'm trying to unteach myself. So yeah, nothing wrong with being fat. I love fat people. I love fat people. Don't hate on fat people, okay? Or I will fucking come for your throat. Another topic I'd like to talk about is being positive, okay? Being positive is great and good. And you do want positivity out of your life, but at the same time, is there a such thing as toxic positivity? What do you think? As much as I like to be positive, I do think that there's a such thing as being toxic positive or just being like delusionally positive. So I just try to find like that line between like being positive, being realistic, or just like, you know, you want to be positive, but you also don't want to invalidate people's feelings who aren't feeling the most positive at that time. When I think about things like this, I think about my coworker. Let's give her a fake name. Let's call her Christina. My coworker, Christina, she is like such a positive person. And if she catches anybody like kind of being negative, she'll be like, you need to be positive, okay? Like if you're complaining about something to her, something about your life, one of the first things she's going to say is, you just need to be positive and things will get better. Keeping in mind, she doesn't have a perfect life. She is someone who is like going through a lot and handling a lot right now in her personal life. And her way of dealing with things is just being positive, okay? And she is so positive, and I appreciate that. And it does make me a little bit happier knowing that someone is like pulling the positive train up. Honk, honk, what did they do? They blow a horn or something? Whatever. That's what she's doing all the time. Just like she's not even tired. Doesn't that sound so tiring? Anyway, one day I was at work and I was in a good mood, okay? Like, yes, I am in a bad mood sometimes because I fucking hate work sometimes. Sometimes it drains my energy so much. And I try to start off being nice to people, but, you know, if people are constantly being mean to me and putting me down, then I'm going to be a little sad, okay? And I'm one of those people that I guess people have told me this all the time, that I wear my emotions on my face. So if I'm not happy, it's going to be so obvious. You know, I might as well leave if I'm not feeling good. I need to get out of here. If you don't want to look at my like grumpy face, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, there was this one day where a customer came in and I was in a good mood and she was like, wow, Maria's in a good mood today. And it made me feel like kind of bad. Not in a way that I was mad at that person, but I was like, fuck, am I like known for being more like negative and grumpy most of the time, where someone's like, oh, what a pleasant surprise. Maria's in a good mood today. Hallelujah. And I'm like, oh my God, that sucks. I don't want to be like looked at that way, even though we're trying not to care what people think. I don't want to be seen as this negative Nancy person, because I see negative Nancy's all the time where it's like, nothing you can do is going to make them happy. And it's like, is that how this woman sees me? And it kind of just like made me get in check a little bit to maybe show my grumpiness a little bit less and just kind of power through times where I am not feeling the most positive. I mean, obviously, if I'm feeling straight up depressed that day, I have every right to like not be at work and call in or do whatever I need to do to not be there or escape a situation. But if I'm just like not feeling it, I could maybe muster up a little bit more positivity just to not be that girl that always looks like she is like in a bad mood. That always looks that way. What a surprise. They're in a good mood today. I didn't like that. But I just smiled and I just took it with me, and it's something that I'm going to remember. But with the toxic part of the positivity, the same coworker that I was talking about who was like the positive one of the group, she, one thing that she loves is YouTube. She's always on YouTube watching videos about like motivation, she's really into like the chakra shit, the like third eye stuff, the crystal stuff, and motivational speaking, stuff like that. And I think she doesn't post stuff, but she will like comment, oh, this was great. I really enjoyed this, blah, 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 blah. She'll be like somewhat social in the comments. And she showed me someone special replied to one of her comments. And it was Keanu Reeves. So she's talking to me on a slow day at work, and she was like, do you know Keanu Reeves? And I was like, I love Keanu. Keanu's awesome. He's such a great guy. He's so handsome. He's everything. And she was like, I like him too. Like, he's always been my crush. And she starts that by showing me how Keanu Reeves replied to one of her comments on YouTube, on a random ass YouTube video. Okay. And she's so happy about it. She's like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I'm like so giddy. I'm like, can't stop smiling. Like, I was like, Christina, you know, that probably is not Keanu, and you need to be careful. Okay. She's also like a little older than me. Like, she's old enough to be my mom. So I'm like, maybe that is the cutoff of her, like, not really understanding that this isn't Keanu, bro. Like, this is not Keanu. And you need to be careful, because I think they're trying to mess with you. And I kind of just told her that. And she goes, Maria, I just really need you to be positive right now. I know that this is not Keanu, but I really want to be happy. And I need you to pretend like this is Keanu. Fuck. So I just said, I just thought, okay, she knows how I feel. I already told her. She's just told me she's so sad and that she just wants to be positive. That's all she wants. With all this negativity going on, she just wants to be the one to bring the positivity, and it makes her happy. So, I mean, I already told her that it's not him, and I didn't think it was him. There was also like Keanu Reeves' mom that was like, that was commenting on the stuff. And she was like, now Keanu Reeves' mom is talking to me. So I was like, okay, it's not Keanu. It's not Keanu's mom. And you need to be careful. And she was just like, yeah, she's just like, I just need to be positive. I need you to pretend like this is Keanu and Keanu's mom to be happy. So I just said, okay, that's really awesome. And she said, thank you. And positivity is all great and good, but if we're bringing it to a point where we're like telling ourselves to believe lies and to be delusional, I don't think it's okay. And I will be closely monitoring her, like my own mother, because that worries me. And I'm like, you know not to send these people money, right? She's like, yeah, I know. You know not to give them personal information, right? Yeah, I know. So hopefully she's okay. But like I said, I will be closely monitoring her. Being positive is good, but also remember that you're human. I'm human. It's okay to have little moments of negativity, to vent, to get things off your chest, to say how you're feeling truthfully to people that you trust and love. Yeah, be positive, but don't use it as a way to cover up what's really going on. Let's also admit that we're going through trouble, we have problems, and it's just not going to be all positive all the time. Like, try to be positive, of course. I will try to be positive. I will try to look happier at work and try to power through my bad moods a little bit more for the comfortability of others around me. But, yeah, I think it's okay to like let yourself be a little negative sometimes, because nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. And I love you so much still. I don't care. I don't care if you don't say I love you back. I love you. So yeah, that's basically all I had to talk about today. And, I never know if these go well until after it's all said and done and I get feedback on it or not. So honestly, I'm sitting here not knowing if anything I said is going to work for the show, but whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. Love you so much. I will see you later, hear from you soon. Whatever you want, we'll talk or whatever. Bye. Bye. Thank you for listening.